Welcome to all the mini enthusiasts. I just wanted to show you this spot welder in action. This is this single spot, so I'll pop it on and show you it. So obviously it was all clamped before. You really need to force on it quite. I'll try and do it that way so you can see it. Hang on. You can see how good that is. Absolutely solid. Well impressed. This is just the metal at the back clamping. I'll pick the camera up and I'll show you when I've done all the spot welds there. On the back they're really good as well. I've got it up to 90, which is the maximum it says for that, for the single spot. Current 80, 90 and 40 for the time lapse. There. So yeah, very pleased with that. Used it for the back to cut out that section at the back there. You can see I've welded it all the way along, and you can see the penetration on the back is very good. After about 40 welds, it's starting to get a bit warm. Okay, now you can see I've done the back. I've got an alloy sheet to make it lightweight. Obviously all the bolts have to be cut off. It has to be trimmed up. And I'll turn this on. Hang on. Bloody lights. And you can see there how it works. These are spring-loaded hinges. So obviously there'll be a catch up there. I've put that piece in now, and I didn't put the beads in it because these beads are an issue now, because what's happening is it's going to put them at an angle, so I've only got one bolt in each at the moment, but what I'm going to have to do now is put a little spacer underneath to make up for those ridges, that's why I didn't bother putting them in. And then what we'll do then is I've got rubber which I used for the E-type, and as you can see that comes down right past there, and obviously when you take it right out, it'll drop right down, and you can see there what I'll eventually do is it'll have legs on it and it'll come in line. Obviously then bolts will be cut off flat. It might even be better to do it the other way around, so yeah, I think I will. I'll put them screws, the countersunk screws, in the other way into the aluminium, and that way they won't catch when I'm putting anything into the boot. But as I say, it works pretty well, so I'm quite happy with that. Got to finish all this off now, and unfortunately tomorrow I have to go to well, it's good that I have to go and pick up Amir from Graz because he's coming up by bus, and this is right on almost zero. I can't believe I've gone through all this gas. You can see when I open it, you can see it's almost zero. So I'll have to go and get a new bottle, but it takes about 10 days, which is the amount of time I'm away, and I don't want to go and hire one. So yeah, that's why I wanted to get this done. Although I did want to do the hinge. You can see there where I've put the earth onto it, it's copper, and yeah, I'm really quite pleased with that. You know, this thing with the double-sided one, which is here, I've been thinking about it now, and in fact, if I take this back, which they're not backtracking, but they're kind of making it awkward. They want emails and the reason why and this, that, and the next thing. They're trying to fudge it. But the machine has got all the equipment for this, the airlines and everything, and it just seems a bit of a waste to have the machine and just use that one spot welder. So where I've got the other XK, this friend of mine who has this workshop, he's got a huge supply there because it was a factory. And what I'm thinking is well, you know, if I've got a lot of bodywork to do, then I'll just trailer the car up there and do it in his workshop. I'll keep the spot welder down here, but when I need big jobs, when I've got to do a lot of welding, then take it up there and do it with that. I think that's the way to go. Because I might have a bit of bother with them changing it now. They're saying they will, but you know how things are. Okay, the other thing is I've got a little garage sale. If any of you Mini guys are interested, well, not just Mini, but Jaguar. I'll take you upstairs. This is my laughable parts department, but it's all the L stuff. Now what I've got is 2 sets of seats. The first one's actually in this little little office. I've got a set, a brand new, anybody with an XJ, you can see that, they're brand spanking new these. So it's got all the motors in them. They're kind of dark grey with the kind of velvet on the side. They're brand new, brand spanking new. They've got all the motors in them, everything. And they're for an XF Jaguar. And obviously I'm going to sell them as a pair. So if you're interested in them, make me an offer. Brand spanking new. The motors, it's got, I don't know, I think there are 3 motors in each one. They're really heavy. But it's got all the equipment on it, but they are this grey colour. But as you can see, they're brand. Oh, they're so heavy, these things. You can see they've got the Jaguar motif on them somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but you can see all the... God, they are heavy. Oh my. Giddy aunt. Okay, you can see all the motors, everything's in there. Brand spanking new. So, has anybody out there got an XF and they want to... And I can even bring them to the UK when I come over in July, but obviously I'll only sell them as a pair. I'm not selling just the driver's side. And they're like a grey colour. Just drop me an email on davejaguar66@gmail.com. But for an XF Jaguar, the newer one, brand new. I should think the motors alone are worth quite a lot of money without the seats. The other thing I've got, I've had an email from Kevin Richardson. I asked him to email me about these Cobra seats and these race harnesses. And as you can see, these seats are almost brand new. They're beige, and so are the door cards. Now, I'm going to sell them because I'm thinking about it now. We want to use the car as a run around. I've got lots of other issues, like we have a thing called the TUV here, TUV, with a umlaut on it, and they do an inspection, and it has to be as original. And if these seat belts are not anchored the way they should be, the inertia ones on the doors, then they might not pass it. And I have to put a roll bar in, well, not a roll bar, but some kind of bar to support these things. So I'm thinking about putting it back standard. So these are for sale. As I say, I'll sell the Cobra. They're lovely seats, really nice, almost new, in really good condition. But I'll sell them with the harnesses and the door cards and the winding gear. So anybody else is interested in them. The door cards are obviously beige, the same. Probably the wooden tops I won't sell, but the door cards I'll get rid of, because I'm going to put just standard seats in it, or I might put decent bucket seats but lower ones so I can lift up the seat. I don't think my wife will, you know, my wife's 67 and I'm 62, and I think we're a bit old for this kind of seat. And from what Kevin's telling me, which I know from racing in Dubai at the Dubai Autodrome in the single seaters, these 4-point harnesses, they're quite difficult to get in and out of, and they're not, you can't just go shopping and pop it off. So if you're interested in it, the whole lot, just drop me an email on the same email address, davejaguar66@gmail.com, and make me an offer. But they're really nice seats. Oh, I better put the covers back on. So that I'll pop them back on in a minute. So yeah, so that's what we're up to. The reason I'm going to do it is because of this turf. As I say, this engineering test that I have to have done. They're really particular about welding in bars, or not the original point for seat belts and so on and so forth. So what I'll do is I'll put the seats from the other Cooper in this one, just to go through the test. And then what I will do is make the back seat here, the bottom seat, I'll make it on a hinge, so you can hinge it forward, which make a backstop for in there, and then the top seat will fold up the other way. I think that's it, because I'm going to have to make it, now it's flat, I'll have to make it a custom one. So I know a guy who can do the upholstery for me, and he can make it a lightweight custom one. I don't want 4 people in it, but at least it'll look stock when you look in the windows. So yeah, so that's the plan. So and as I say, just doing this bit now. I've just got a piece to put in, which I can't even find anymore. Where is it? There's a piece here anyway, and it fits down just like the other side. So anyway, take care, bye for now, and I'll catch you tomorrow maybe.